Okay, let's practice what you've discovered about homicide using a 2-minute story called Rosie's Rampage and Degrees of Homicide. Okay, I'm going to first read you guys the whole story, going through the slides. Then you're going to break down each and every exchange Rosie has with these 6 people and maybe identify what type of homicide she committed. So let's go ahead and get started. One evening, Jason the Jerk was watching the season finale of a series called The House of Walking Drones. He then called his friend Rosie, who he knew had not seen it yet, and gave her the end of the series. House of Walking Drones was Rosie's life. She began immediately plotting the downfall of Jason. Rosie then purchased a gun and began observing Jason's schedule to see when he went to work every morning. 2 weeks later, she was finally ready to go through with it. While walking to her car early in the morning, Bert the burglar jumped out of the bush in her front yard and said, "I'm going to shoot you and take all the stuff in your house." Rosie then pulled out her gun and shot Bert in the head. While leaving her residential neighborhood going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, she struck the jaywalking Donnie the drunk, killing him instantly. There was slightly more traffic than usual that morning. Rosie decided she was going to drive on the sidewalk. She reasoned pedestrians would be quick enough to jump out of her way. Archibald, who was walking his pet cat that morning, however, he was way too deep in thought to notice her car speeding down the sidewalk at 90 miles an hour. Rosie finally arrived at Jason's house, where she waited on the front porch for 20 minutes until he was finally ready to leave for work. He opened the front door, and she shot him in the head. While looking for a police station to turn herself in, Lenny the linguist was walking her way. Rosie asked him, "Where police station?" He replied, "Ah, you mean where is the police station?" Rosie was not in the mood to have her grammar corrected and shot him. The police station was finally in sight. Broke Bill, who had recently been paroled, grabbed her arm and said, "Hey, lady, give me money for the bus." Rosie was frightened by the large man who had just assaulted her, and I bet you can guess what happened. All right, so here's your 6 encounters, okay? And as you guys go through, and I'm going to put another video here, this is where we break down the crime.